Welcome to HASSDISCUSSES. We have returning 9ockin is in the
Yes, sir. You already know how we bumming, man. Come on now. We back at Mike Media today. After what? It's been like, 2-3 months?
Yeah, it's just like January, February, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a minute, dog. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Holy, it's been a minute.
Yeah, oh God.
It's been like 5 months. Yeah, it's been like around 5 months.
You've gone through a lot. Like you've been putting out some tune. You've been doing weird. You've been doing some awesome collabs with Jetamex. That was a good one. That was a good collab.
Ooh. Man, y'all don't know nothing about Jetamex. You ain't even know what he got coming. That's a different one. I hooked Jetamex up with Empire 2. He got his own shit with Empire 2. I hook him up as well. Cause I saw it in him. Like, y'all, bro, he be sending me like these little snippets and shit. And I'll tell you, shit's so fire. Like, I've never met someone like him. See, I would like sign him to me, but I feel like it will. I need him to have his own platform.
So yeah, you want him to you want him to have his own thing going down.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful that you didn't, you know what I mean? Like just grab him. You know what I mean? You let him do his own thing.
Yeah.
Because people are doing that. People be doing that. They be just grabbing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because look, I was in talks with Jetamex for a good like 5-6 months now. Like, he's been like, I just wanted to see what he comes up with next, and I've seen it. Like, it's like you see what he comes up with, you see like his work, and based on that, like I told him that too. I was like, keep putting it out. I'm gonna keep my eye on you, and like I knew like it was the right time. It took around 3 weeks to set him up. He's fully fledged. He switched like all his things to the Empire platform and whatnot. And his new single "Backed Up" just dropped. Like, I think it dropped like 3-4 days ago.
Yeah.
Like he's been. Yeah, it's like it's been like a week and shit.
He's like he told me, like, I think, how do I say it? He approached me around probably after the interview came out, and he was like wanting me. He approached me to because he looks up to you is what he told me. He told me that he like looked up to you and shit like that, and he reached out to me to get you to talk to him. I think that was maybe like a while ago. I don't know if you remember that, but I might have told you that he hit me up about you, and he talk about your song you did with him and how that like got set up.
So pretty much like I had one of my artists that's like signed. He's also my homie, like Rukang. Yeah, I had like he signed to me, so it's like if he does a feature, I'm already like I'm going through the publishing, going through ASCAP, making sure he gets the royalties, like the composer royalties. I don't even know. These are two like modern words for me. You feel me? But like, yeah, I'm always on top with all of that. So Rukang, like, Jetamex approached me like, you got any artists to hop on a certain track? I was like, yeah, I got Rukang. Like, he was on his come up. Rukang don't have like much singles out, much work out, but trust me, he's like a process artist. Like, he's still like in the process. He's coming up. So I was like, yeah, you could get him. So they cooked something up, and it was supposed to drop on his album Whoa, but it never did drop. Like, it never dropped. So he approached me. He's like, yo, like, we've been talking about collaborating. Maybe like you could control the rights and stuff, and like give me the publishing things. Like, if you could go on the records, it will say that he's like a performer. And I gave him like, I think it's like 25, 20. Yeah, it's like 25 going 4 ways. Rukang, Undead, Jetamex. Like, you can search it up. It goes like 4 ways. So once he opens up his publishing account, all he has to do is put in Jetamex, and the publishing royalties will transfer immediately. So like, yeah, it just came along. Like, it was just over DMs and shit. Like, we actually came up with the album art in like 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to Whoa. Like, that's I'm actually quite the supporter of Jetamex. I don't really post about him that much because I haven't really talked to him for a while. But I really fuck with what he's got going on, and it seems like you're very you're really, people don't really think about that shit about the ASCAP, or it doesn't have to be ASCAP. It has to be like in general a rights. You know what I mean? And there's so much other shit that you get in. How do you like get linked up with ASCAP, and how do you set up shit with them? Because that's like
ASCAP's open to everybody.
Oh, for real?
But yeah, it's open to everybody. But if you're like a new upcoming artist and you really do want those rights, I prefer BMI just because it's free. You feel me? Like ASCAP, there's a $50 application fee, which like you get accepted immediately. By the way, like like there is, but
because you pay,
you're under the age of 18. You do have to mail in a written application.
Yeah.
But you know, I already got that figured out.
I've been using what you say?
I already have that figured out. Like I mailed in the application. I didn't open a writer account. I opened a publisher account with ASCAP and have a writer's account with BMI. So that's how I'm pulling all the royalties in and stuff. And like it's going well.
That's good.
And it's like one of the biggest thing. Like the publishing is the biggest like component. Like it's the biggest thing to my like thing that I'm running. Cause there's something called recording royalties, and then you have the composition royalties. When you upload something to DistroKid, you pull the recordings, but you never do pull the compositions. So it's important if you're an upcoming artist, get yourself BMI or ASCAP.
Yeah, I'll have one that I'm about to shout out right now is Hawk or Identify.com.
I've heard them.
Yeah,
it's complicated with them.
It is complicated.
I've talked to their representatives. It's pretty complicated. There's a lot of things going on, but I'm switching over from that anyways. Like I'm switching from ASCAP anyways. I just signed a publishing deal with Admin MP, so it's like already switched over. I signed in like 19 forms. You know, not that big of a deal, but we signed that deal, and I'm gonna let them take care of it for me. It's like it goes easier day by the day.
You know, Identify. It probably took me about, and this is me because like I got like there's a bunch of shit going on, but ever since I started taking my publishing seriously with my production and group work with my music group, it took like about a week and a half to get everything set up with Identify. The reason is, and I don't say it's a horrible thing. The reason is because they want a STEM recording of like your actual the shit that you. Essentially, so for people that don't like know what we're talking about, you have the screen recorder you making the song or a file where you've made a song, and you have to like showcase proof that you're you. You have to like showcase like written agreements with certain people.
Yup, that was a deal breaker for me. I was like, nah, man, because with BMI or ASCAP, when you put the performers and the writer's name, it sends a request to like the account of the writers. And that's when they choose out, oh, okay, yeah, I know this. They approve it. And boom, it's done deal. There's like, trust me, one thing artists hate signing files. They hate signing documents. They hate it.
Yeah.
I beg my artists to sign documents. They hate to do it. Like, they hate it.
Does Glock 9, does Glock 9 signing shit? Because he's professional, but I don't like
it. He hates it. I feel like he hates me for sending so many like shits to him. But I have to. It's part of what I do. Like, me and him only ever spoke once over the phone. It was over some licensing over the single I dropped with Locations.
Yeah.
That's the only time I, like, actually spoke to him, but it's really been just me and his management.
Yeah.
So I spoke to him once, and I had to be on the management's ass to it, because I want to be transparent with him, so he knows what's going on. And right now, he's locked up right now, free Glock 9 and whatnot. Like, he's locked up for real. Like, they got him locked for no reason and shit.
Yeah, damn.
It's messed up, bro. Real talk.
Who else is locked up? The Double T? Or is that?
Oh, he's free right now, but he's in like house arrest. Like I'm talking about restricted thing. Everything with Double T right now is paused.
Work? Bro, like music?
Yeah, music wise, because he can't go to the studio.
Yeah.
He only had one studio session where he was able to get the producer to bring the studio home. It was interesting as fuck. I know. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. Like, right now, we're kind of on pause with Double T just because all the legal matters. And what we did was, now that, the feds do really look into the lyrics of songs, we analyzed all his songs and we've paused uploading some. Obviously, he has some crazy unreleased shits. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, but it's the safest thing to do right now. His trial is nowhere near, so it's going to be in a his career is gonna be on a pause for a little bit, 100%. But I'm definitely working with his dogs, like other people in Canada, like T-Boy Ace,
You telling me about
Jaco.
that? Yeah, how he's from Canada. Jaco, yeah, you did. That's a good collab. I
Oh
like. Do you
yeah,
like
yeah.
the work you've done with
Jaco's
him?
hard. I'm gonna tell you this. I've yet to listen to one full single of Jaco because he always been on features. But Jaco's hard as fuck. Like that man is lyrical. He's supposed to move to Miami. We supposed to link soon when he moves through. Cause like that's what I'm gonna spend all my studio time on with Jaco. I could put him out there. I could really advertise Jaco out.
Yeah. No, the reason, I know that you said you had a deal breaker with identifying Hawker. The reason it's not a matter for me is because I mainly my work, what I do is fucking instrumental projects where I'm like doing some like weird 6 minute, we're flipping weekend reverse samples and making some
Mm,
club shit. You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
my shit. And what I do, because my homie Nemesis was like, oh, if you get the rights figured out, then you essentially get your videos you make money off of music putting videos. So what I've been doing for like the past couple months is putting a bunch of background music in my vlogs. It's just my music,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's see. I'm gonna tell you this right now. One of my homies uploaded like a Fortnite video. So what I did was I added like a 5 second clip of my song at the end because I was editing the video,
yeah.
and that way I monetized the whole video. So
That's a
when the
win.
check comes in,
It was a
it's
win.
gonna
You
go to
know?
them. It's a loop around the system, but it's the smartest thing you got. You feel me? Like real talk. And then you could also, as a producer, you could go through ASCAP. They have their agreements with YouTube as well. They can composition claim stuff. Trust me, bro. ASCAP, see these hawk and identify things, they take a minute. They take a little minute to review things. But ASCAP, it's like registered immediately.
They were like waiting a while to like admit and stuff. So I just was like straight up hit them on the little messenger thing that they have on their website, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Where's my shit? Where's my shit? Where's my fucking?" You know what I'm saying? Like I was
Yeah,
bugging them,
sometimes you
and then
gotta get
like
on their
within two
ass,
days,
bro. Real talk.
yeah, and then within 2 days, I was like, it's up. You know what I'm saying? But they have, it's like only within the hours and stuff because like people don't want to hear this shit. That are musicians, that's the thing is even though there might be you know this like an Island Records type of thing where it approaches you, it's not like when you get approached for this, that, and the third, you're done working like to get stuff figured out. Like you still have to you still either have to sign the papers or you have to
Hmm.
organize shit that you probably has nothing to do with music. You know what I mean? But like nobody wants to hear that. They want to think that as soon as they get signed or something, that it's like, oh man, I'm done now. Now everybody else handles it for me. Like no,
Oh nah. The thing is, like, you want the comfort, but at the same time, if you want shit done your way, you gotta do it by yourself. I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
this right now. In my management, there's no employees. I do everything in the back end. That includes uploading music, making sure they're monetized, publishing rights, writing rights, producer agreements, producer rights, producer cases,
yes,
agreement, like licensing disputes, all of that. All of that. And I have a job on top of that. I get this shit done. So sometimes like the thing with my artists is like they're not like it's I don't know if it's a good thing but or a bad thing, but they're not in a rush to put out music.
yeah,
But when they do, it's some fire shit. You feel me? So when they do put out music like that, it's cut up for 'em. It's like it doesn't take long. Like people think it takes hours. It doesn't. Maximum like 2 3 hours to get like an artist fully set up. For Wu-Kang, I don't know why YouTube did what they did, but they changed their official artist channel processing time. It used to be 3 to 5 business days. It's like 1 to 2 months now. It's
one to
like
two months.
it's fucked up.
Distro
So
Kids like 2 hours because like with the
it
YouTube
used to be
shit.
because I requested one from DistroKid for my artist Double T, and it's I got the email that oh we got the request. It's been a month, dog. Ain't no. Same with Empire and Empire. Like I've been on their ass. Like yo, get this shit done. They say our hands are tied. We sent everything to YouTube. It's their processing. Because Wu-Kang has a Vivo channel. He has a YouTube channel, Topic channel.
Yeah.
And I gotta make sure they get combined. Because when he drops his album, I gotta make sure it's on everywhere, including Vivo.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like it's a big deal to me. It may not seem a big deal to like someone on the outside, but like I gotta make sure because it's part of like what I do.
And
it's a promise to them.
It's managing. You know what I mean? Because managing, you said earlier, it's fucking hard. You know what I mean? And you're showing that there's a lot of steps. Like, what would you tell to anybody that's like newly getting into managing that they could take from it?
Have patience. Is what it is. And you gotta know how to take shit. By what I mean is there's gonna be people that are gonna wiggle you around, make you run in circles for days just to get an answer. Have patience. You gotta have patience. Sometimes you gotta pull that pride back. You gotta bear with them. It's what it is. Cause this is a big deal to them as well. Think about it. They're thinking of like changing like the way they run their shit into the way the company does their shit, you know? You gotta bear with them.
Yeah.
You really do.
And you have something you have something already organized with one of my favorite managers to talk to in this music stuff is Mundy.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you start working with Mundy?
See, I think I mentioned Mundy in the older interview, and like, he posted on his story and shit. So that's when he started talking. And then we really started talking when I asked him how did he get the press coverage for Lil Op.
Yeah.
Mundy has a lot of connects. Mundy's resourceful. Mundy's one of the things like all the independent artists do is like they're being resourceful. I'm more dependent on how the industry works. I'm on the industry schedule while Mundy's on his own schedule. It's a very good thing. It really is a very good thing. Sometimes artists get frustrated because of the industry schedule, but he's on his own schedule. So we started talking about like the press coverage, and he's like, yeah, we got real close. So I asked him like, how does your artist distribute shit? Like, oh, DistroKid, Lil Op and Kid Neutron, they both use DistroKid. So we talked for like about the deal for a little bit, like a month or two. We discussed on how things were going to be run, how like the management name, how it's going to be registered under Empire and the sub-label under GT. So like we had to think about that shit. And eventually I got on the phone with one of the A&Rs and I talked to him. It's like, oh, okay, we're going to get that shit done, whatnot. I gave them Lil Op, Kid Neutron, which are the initial artists under Mundy's management. So they approached Mundy, and it had been like 2 weeks, and they didn't reach back. So I was like, what the fuck, what I'm saying? Shit. I was like, bruh. So I called him. Turns out the A&R just forgot to send him the email. Like, motherfucker, how you gonna, you run the biggest shit in the industry, how the fuck? But he had to confirm a couple things with Mundy, and, I got Mundy on lockdown with the contract and shit. And it's like I don't get any royalties from anything he distributes to Empire. It's truly like just from love. I did it because I believe in him. I know he could get shit done.
Yeah.
I see like he could get shit done. Even though he hasn't dropped through Empire yet. I don't know why they choose DistroKid over Empire, even though Empire has so much other powers that none of us knew. Like the animated Apple Music cover.
Yeah.
Like all of that. It's but it's all love, you feel me? They doing it on their own pace, on their own time. You gotta respect it.
Empire's on the rise. Like Sean King, I mean, more than already is, because some of my favorite artists came out of there, and some of the biggest artists ever have distributed through there, including X. But I'm saying, like, even recently, there's more bigger shit coming through that. Like Sean Kingston had like a $5 million deal with Empire or some shit.
Yeah, with Ghazi.
Yeah,
Shit.
like.
Yeah.
And his new stuff's not that bad. People gotta fuck with it. He's dropping a new album.
People sleep on Sean Kingston. That's what they do. They sleep on him,
bro. Facts, dog. Oh my fucking god! Like, and
I'm not like a godly listener. I don't listen to him. Oh, he's in my playlist. None of that. But you listen to it once and you know if it's good or not.
Yeah.
This shit is good.
Yeah.
His shit is good. Like, that boy, I fucks with his shit. Sean Kingston, he's also close with Soldier Kid. Every time Soldier Kid gets to California, he stays at Kingston's place. Feel me, on the hills and shit. It's cool. They cool. And I fuck with Sean Kingston. He just real, bro.
You gotta work with him.
Do I want to work with him? Of course I want to work with him.
I said you got it. You got that.
If he replied to my emails, we would work with him. I have a stack of bread for him for a track. If he replies to my emails, we could do it. But he doesn't. Sent out 4 emails, no reply.
Yeah, it's fine though. But back on Empire though, there's Freddy Gibbs distributed through there. That's probably my favorite rapper that's ever been on Empire is Freddy Gibbs. Like, are you a fan of him?
Freddy Gibbs, not gonna lie, I haven't heard the name before.
He's right now he got signed to Warner because he just dropped a bunch of big shit. But I don't know. He's got some how do I say this?
See, he has some good vibes around him.
He's got he sounds like he's from the 90s, but it's new shit. Like, it's like Griselda type shit.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Benny the Butcher type shit. It's Madlib, it's Alchemist, and it's angry, and he has he's always switching up the flow, and he's fucking, and he does a lot of producer rapper collaborations, which I like when artists do, complete collaboration projects with producers, because it just automatically is a fucking more consistent project overall. That's just a fact. When a rapper and a producer team up for a project, it is consistent. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's like a little relationship that they have.
Yeah. Shit. Take care. That's why I like Drake's earlier work, because I still like his new stuff. But the reason Drake's earlier work is specifically good is because it's like Drake and OVO teaming up, because all of the producers were his OVO crew, like Boy Wonder, T Minus, and 40. And what T Minus has done later down the line is fucking insane. Are you a fan of T Minus's production?
Who does he produce for?
I'll give you T Minus songs, and you'll be like, swimming pools, the motto, these songs, right? It's fucking
Middle Child.
Yeah, Middle Child. And let me go to all this shit. I'm on the Wikipedia and shit. Here we go.
Oh, that's the bro. Okay, I want to be that guy.
Popping bottles, she will. I'm on one. Underground Kings. Hell yeah. Fucking right. Fucking. What else do we got? Swimming pools. Yeah, we said that. Justin Bieber, Heartbreaker. Blem by Drake. Bryson Tiller. Belly. Slapped on.
Didn't Bryson Tiller produce his own shit too?
Yeah, bro. Bryson Tiller's a good story. So, didn't he, he was at work or some shit. He was working at wherever. And then he, goes on his phone. And then, all of a sudden, Don't blows up on SoundCloud. He actually removed Don't from SoundCloud after he dropped it, because he just didn't like it. And then his friends were hitting him up. And they were like, yo, why you remove this song? This shit was kind of fire. And then he was like, all right, I'll put it back up. And then he puts it back up, and it just fucking blows up.
Bro, I'm telling you, Bryson, when you listen to his songs, it feels like you're going through a breakup. You ain't even never date nobody. That's how you know he fire, bro. For real. Yeah. That boy, bro, Tiller.
His new shit's good too. He did that song with Drake. His new shit's
good. People around me have been fucking with it, so.
But the thing, I don't know, this new shit, it's like he's got to move on from the trap. What was this album called? He's got to do some different shit. He's got to do some different shit.
He got to. He got to put out more shit too.
Yeah, he's a bit too I was worried it was gonna be a Fetty Wap scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. But Fetty Wap, like, Fetty Wap, man, R.I.P. his dog, real shit.
Yeah, but the thing about him is what people don't get is that he's fucking consistent, man. He drops every couple months. He's like Bones. You know what I'm saying? Like he drops.
Yeah, he drops an album like 3 times a year.
Yeah,
That's
like you know what I mean.
I see it popping up on my recommended every now and then. You feel me?
Yeah, like and he, you know, what he back on what we were talking about management is he said that the reason he didn't like, you know, maintain his image or whatever, you know, is because of poor management and shit like that. Like, how can management fail?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Some of these managements, what they think about is, oh, okay, we have him on lockdown. He dropped this. It's going off. Didn't his song go diamond? It did. Trap Queen went diamond, right?
I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think it had to go diamond. So, you know, what they thought is like, you know, we're already, because remember, these royalties, like, people are still listening to those songs. They're still making hundreds of thousands of dollars probably a month from him. It's being streamed all platforms. So they're saying, since we're already making money, we don't need to, you know, care about what he does. But see, that's when the artist's career suffers on the long run.
Yeah.
Shit, like, they start going downhill. That's what they don't understand. And plus, 300 Entertainment has never been known for any good management anyways. The only person, like, see what YNW Melly, he signed to 300, but his management is 100, you know, 100K. You know 100K?
No, what is it? Who?
Hot Boy.
Okay.
You got Rico Cartel, Forte, Talk. 100K, like, you know, they got some good, you know, they got some couple upcoming artists on the list. They have YNW Melly, that's their management too. King Von,
rest in peace. Yeah.
Him too. Sladzai, who got signed to C'est La Vie Records. You got too many artists. But that's a lot of artists, dog. They got a lot of artists. Real shit.
I don't know, the thing about my shit and what I got going down for my artists is like my shit, the shit that I do is like really cult oriented. It's very like cult fan base oriented, and it's overly stylistic to the point where the genre that I make music in will never go mainstream because of the sample issues and like all of that shit. Because like what I feel like what people do with like this underground horrorcore shit, this funk shit, this like fucking the shit that I make is that it's so stylistic that it can't go mainstream. And there's a certain group of people where I make music around, and it sounds bad, but they don't want their shit to go mainstream. I don't know if you get what I mean, but there's certain groups of people.
I do get what you mean. They want to keep it low key to like their actual fans,
and that's
like you make a direct connection with your fans.
Yeah, and like the shows, man, they're violent and they're fun. You know what I mean? Like they're wild. You know what I'm saying? It's like just people like ramaging into each other because of like this sort of like. And I don't mean this in like a negative way, but it's a real like, it's like this fun, satanic, anti-systematic thing. Because that's what people don't get about the satanic stuff in this music industry. A lot of it is, yes, there might be some masked balls, you know what I mean? There might be that. There might be some eyes wide shut type of stuff going on in the industry. You might know about that, but maybe not. But the thing about that is a majority of the artists, when they talk about satanic stuff, they're equating satanic demons and stuff like that to like personal struggles. Like a lot of people think like Juice WRLD was really like a Satanist or a Mason or whatever, but he like kind of told people in interviews, he was like, "Oh, I'm just talking about like my drug addiction." Like that's what this shit means, and like the Suicide Boys say that too. I don't know if you get what I mean.
I've listened to that one song on by Suicide Boys, but it's the one that blew up on TikTok, so I can't really say I'm a fan of them, like, because I've only listened to one song. But all I'm gonna say is that genre that you're talking about is downplayed. Let me explain. So you talk about samples, right? Imagine if you're signed to a mainstream label, Warner's.
Yeah.
You know damn well that sample would have been cleared. The song would have been playlisted on Spotify. Spotify has those type of playlists for that genre. Something close to it at least. It would have been playlists. Y'all would have been on mainstream. But it's just how the industry works. They see what they do is they don't wanna rush away their listeners, their audience, the people. Like think about it. The baby. I think you've heard about the baby situation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm bisexual. I've heard about that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
I would say this. It's like if you remove the baby from like shows or whatever, right? Understand the baby is an influence.
Yes.
That's the only reason your tickets are being sold is because of him. You remove it, like I see these companies, what they like. We're in 2021 where all this type of shit matters. All they think about is reputation and shit about getting canceled. But bro, think about it. Did he really have that offensive of a statement? Did he really make that? We all know what he said was kind of untrue, even if it's in a private matter or a public matter. We know it's kind of true. But the fact that he said it out loud in front of Rolling Loud, yeah, like thousands of people, it's kind of wrong. But did he like say something wrong? Like his statement was kind of valid in his opinion. It's freedom of speech.
Yeah, I agree with you, and like I don't see it as it's not that hateful as people think it actually is. For some reason,
it went across their head, past their head. That's what it is.
And I'm a different type of person than the crowd that got offended because I like offensive content. I like offensive statements. I like insensitive shit. I like when people just say shit that they do or do not mean just to fuck with people. Like, and like Frank, you know what I mean? Like Frank Hassel.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy Frank Hassel. Like he's like a vlogger guy, and he'll like go to a like Applebee's and he'll like take his shirt off in the middle of like the restaurant. And he'd be like, "I just took a shit," like or just scream some shit.
Bro, you into that goofy shit, bro?
Yeah, I mean, or like he'll go to like a Magic the Gathering meet with like Sam Hyde, and then he'll like go there and he'll be like fucking, or he'll see like a bunch of people playing like card games, and he'll like push their deck over and be like, I'm having an attack, or some shit. Or they'll fake being veterans or some shit, and like I like that shit. Like I don't, and I'm saying there's worse shit people online have done or said to other people on camera, and like this just shows like how much people they just get mad at like anything, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Like people are just soft nowadays, straight up. They're just soft.
It's this is what I want to talk about. This is good to talk about. This what I'm about to bring up to you. John, some North Korean girl. She left North Korea. She's in America. She's happy. She's going to Columbia University. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So she grew up in this like fucking totalitarian government where you're not allowed to think that Kim Jong-un is a bad person. So like basically that's actually what they tell people. They tell people there that you're not allowed to think that he knows your thoughts. That's actually what they say over there. That's that's a different breed of evil. Yeah. So like she's over there, and then she's really bad with English, obviously. So she's in class in Columbia University, and she's being taught. She like in the introduction to the class, all these people are talking to her. She's like, the teachers are like, you gotta use these pronouns for certain people. You gotta use they, that, for people. And she's bad with English, so she's fucking up her sentences because she doesn't know English that good. So then people are starting to get offended that she's like used the wrong pronouns for people, and then people are starting to call her sexist, and then people are telling her like that you're like North Korean heritage has clouded your judgment. and people are at Columbia University are like treating her like shit because she's like not using the right pronouns, and she's like said, and this is what she said in an interview with Jordan Peterson, and she was like, I don't know if I'm in North Korea or I'm in America. You know what I mean?
See, that young lady, she's smart.
Yeah.
When she said that, see, like when she said that, it puts a thought in your head, right? It puts a thought in your head. So it was it like an interview type of thing?
It was just like a part of, she was just talking about her experiences on an interview with Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, and I'm guessing it was viewed by like a lot, thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, see when you said that, it trickled my mind. It's like, whoa, she's not, what's the, if that's the case, what makes the difference between us and North Korea? It put that same trickle effect on everybody else's mind. See, it's like a change that you make. It's a small change, making a small amount of people, but it's still a change, still something. See, are you like really deep into the pronoun type shit?
Into what?
The pronouns? Like, are you
Pronouns?
like the pronouns?
Pronouns. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm for them, but I'm not mad if people don't want to use that. I mean, like, if I'm for them, right? I think people should be able to call whatever they want, but I don't think that people should fucking get mad if people don't want to use them in a sentence or they don't care. Similar to the vaccine, like I took the vaccine, but I'm totally fine with people not taking the vaccine. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you
I
should be
took
able
the
to,
vaccine too.
yeah,
See with the pronouns, it's like I'm cool with it. I respect it, but all I'm gonna say is don't get mad at me if I ever mess it up.
yeah,
If I like, see, the thing is, quarantine was one of the best things for the world, but also one of the worst things for the world. People have too much time in their hand, like their hand. They have too much time. They think about weird shit. They think about like they think so much in their head that eventually the bullshit that they think starts to make sense in their head. If that makes any sense.
that does make sense. So I just did a podcast on the Patreon about like how the media, how there's people I know that they used to watch sports in the morning. That was their morning. They woke up, they watched sports, they chilled, they relaxed. That was like 5 years ago. But now
Mm.
recently they wake up and they put on a form of media that promotes confirmation bias towards their political or their political opinion.
Beliefs. Uh-huh.
Yes, all they're watching is content that supports their confirmation bias. You know what I mean? That they want to.
Something that satisfies them.
Yes, and they're like, and I could tell their spine that they're less calm. You know what I mean? They're less calm when they're recently after because all they're looking up is videos about like this person said something about this thing, and then oh my god, I hate this person now, and then like it's just it's
Wait,
people.
do you know these people do you know these people personally?
Yeah, and I know that they're just like less calm, and I'm saying that like I think you could say that about a lot of people nowadays. You know what I mean? They're less
Uh-huh.
calm.
I feel like people are too worried about being right or wrong. Like what they do is like you have a discussion with people, but their immediate like thinking is okay, I have to be right, he has to be wrong. But what if that discussion that you put up isn't about being right or wrong? Do you get what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I
yeah.
have a couple of friends like that. Some are very like aggressively towards that type of thing, and some are very like understanding, but with still that same manner.
Do you see that one
And
post I made? What did you say? What am I?
go ahead.
You see that one post I made about it said white girl wall thing.
Oh, dog, I'd follow you on TikTok, bro. Your shit is funny, dog.
You
I've seen it.
you like it?
Yes, all I'm gonna say is, when I was in eighth grade, there used to be okay, so it was math class, algebra class, and there used to be this gem of a female in that class.
Yep,
Not that we're objectifying females here. Don't get any wrong ideas, but she was a
I'm
gem
for that.
of a female.
Yeah,
I'm talking about perfect figure, like, and she knew that we thought like she was a gem. Like I'm telling you, like, you know how girls know, but you know what I'm saying?
it's like
She knew it, and dog, quarantine happened, and now she has a whole TikTok personality with that white girl wall shit up, dog.
Yeah.
Dog, she is so unattractive now, bro. Bro.
No, this is what I'm talking about now. This is what now I'm gonna bring this into, and now you're gonna really like this statement. Counterculture has become a aesthetic within white women. Counterculture. What do I mean by counterculture? I don't mean, Woodstock. I mean political activism, the white savior complex centered around speaking for misrepresented people. I'm for supporting misrepresented people, but there's a certain brand of like white people that speak for them, and it's kind of like okay, like first off, that doesn't apply to you. That doesn't apply to you, and you're making an aesthetic, and you never do shit in real life because you don't have any money because you're going to college.
Yo, dog. Dog. Bro, I know what you mean. It's all white people. Not all white people, but all white people, if you know what I mean. They have that little, I need to do this for this community. But at the same time, they don't do shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The little savior thing that you said.
Adam 22 does more for the black community than any of these white bitches posting impact posts to their story. Like, I'm gonna post the activism post from Impact to my story, and that's me being active. Like, are you fucking yeah?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. All these our generation is so misinfluenced. It's so misguided right now. Like, there's legit females that are advertising OnlyFans to minors. And how they do it, it's like, oh, look what OnlyFans got me. And it's like a nice-ass crib. It's like a Lambo. It's like a bunch of cash in their hand. And what you're doing is putting in your head, okay, let's do OnlyFans. And these are minors, dog.
Yeah.
Same with these, like what you said. Okay, did you ever hear of kill all men? That statement.
Yeah.
I had to bring it up in your podcast.
Yeah.
I just had to. See, they promote it to minors, and eventually, when they keep listening to it, they'll start believing it. Kill all men, it's such a bullshit statement that they make. It's like I said, they have too much time in their hand. So they think of bullshit and they make it like, oh, okay, this is valid. I don't want to get into that TikTok shit because it gets me heated up, like real talk. Like, it gets me in a bad mood because, you know what I'm saying? The things I used to do, see, you have 10 to 12-year-olds nowadays, with their phone, making TikToks, scamming old people. When I was 12, bro, I played with Hot Wheels, dog. I played with Hot Wheels when I was 12. You have 12-year-old
I missed
boys
that.
smoking dope.
I missed that. The innocence of prior generations.
Yes, exactly.
The Legos, when I was 7 or 8 or some shit, I was making Lego animations and putting them on YouTube. That's how I got my start with this YouTube shit, of just making videos about Legos. I was a little kid, and I was like, oh, just got this new Star Wars Lego set, and I'm like, video. But now these kids now are they're like, never date a Sagittarius. Like, shut the fuck up!
Bro, I'm a Sagittarius too. That shit hurts me. Shut up, dog.
Yeah, geez, oh my god, it's you know what's the worst part? The worst part about TikTok
what is it?
There's a community of open Marxists.
Explain that to me, because that's a big ass word you just used.
Communism and socialism stem from Marxism.
Oh, fuck that, dog.
Yeah, like the worst political. Let me talk about this, because this doesn't sound bad when I say it, but it truly is. The principles of communism or socialism or some shit is the distribution of wealth to those who haven't earned it, and that's supposed to cure society of all its problems. And there's just so much issues I could go into with that. Like Fidel Castro, who was a communist, he said that, communism solves racism because that means that there's no big corporations involved with money that stop this, that, and the third. But there was in probably still are racial tension in Cuba, and he didn't care to take any control over. What I'm saying is, there's this group of people on TikTok that are just openly like fucking Marxists and stuff like that. And you know what I'm talking about right now, and I want to say a big statement right there, is the far left. The far left is becoming very totalitarian, but the far right aren't helping it either.
It's
you know what I mean?
Politics will never be my thing, dog. Really.
I mean, I think that's what this stems to. I think we have to acknowledge that. We don't have to go into that much more, but we have to probably make that statement, is that the far left is becoming totalitarian, but the far right is not helping it either.
Yeah, they're not making it any better, is what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
See, I already told you, I'm not into none of this politics shit. Not into none of these beef shit. I just want to make money, bro. That's really the goal. I just want to make money, bro.
Yeah. That's why I'm a big proponent of being anti-political, and just like not letting that shit consume yourself. And the reason I talk about political stuff on my podcast is to tell people, it's to scare people. I'm trying to scare you. If you're watching and you're like overly political, I'm trying to scare you. I'm trying to tell you about the horrors of becoming overly political and having some educated opinion about everything you get into. Like, why do you have to be so educated on every fucking opinion? Like that.
Yeah, see, I have a couple friends who like to think they know everything about politics, but they don't. But at the same time, like, what's the point in getting in arguments with them?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it is what it is, dog. Stay with your thing. I'm just here to make money. That, you know what I'm saying? Government takes my taxes the shit out of me, takes my money away. It is what it is, you know. I got a question for you, Mike. How old are you, Mike?
17.
If you're 17, you go to school, right?
Yeah, I go to high school. I'm graduating next year.
Does your people at high school, like your friends, your classmates, they know what you do?
I don't really like have any friends in my school except for like 5 people, but people are aware of what I do.
Of course. Like, that's your strong group of people. That's your circle. But I'm just saying, like, people around the school, do they know what you do?
A lot of them don't know my name, but they do know. I did used to have a circle of people that sort of got me back into it after I quit in like 2019. I used to do a lot of videos in like early 2019 on this channel, but I ended up quitting after the summer, and then I got to fall, and then all these people started coming up to me telling me that I should start doing videos again, and they like started to like approach me about videos, and then I ended up getting some friends that I met that year, late 2019, and I ended up making content with some high school kids, but I fell off with a lot of the kids I started making podcasts with. So yeah, they know about it, but what they see me as is this like sort of obsessive kid who never really stopped this sort of joke that started in early of high school. Because that's really what it was. It was like all these people saw me as some fucking meme, and then I ended up like pulling through, and they gave me this sort of added pressure to get back into making videos, and then they just started to lose interest in me, and then I was like, okay, fuck you then. I'm just not gonna hang out with you anymore. I'm gonna keep making this shit, and I'm gonna pull this shit through to my fucking grave and fucking do this shit like as much as I can, even though it just started off as some fucking high school joke to like make some shit with me. Like, that was the joke, is that people are making stuff with me. And then I ended up like fucking just continually going into it. And then I started with the music shit. I'm gonna get back into the filmmaking shit. I put out a documentary earlier about the Warwick, called Warwick, and then I have some more shit coming down documentary and filmmaking wise with local artists. So yeah, people know about it, but I'm not social. I don't go to parties. I just fucking stay in my house, work out, create. I don't know. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, because I was wondering, because this year I'm in Finance Academy at my school, and dog, I had to make a project on the career I wanted to, pursue.
Oh God.
And obviously, the record label was like one of the careers I really want to pull through, like really, really bad. Like I'm pushing harder than ever. So, I told my little story, and I told them like that I actually did this shit. And when I tell you, it spread through the school so quick. I have people I've never met before hitting me up. Bro, I go to your school, dog. You think you can hook me up with this? You think you could do that? He's like, bro, what you... See, I'm excited to go back to school because I know a lot of people are going to know me. But I'm
Yeah.
not that type of guy like, oh, like, what's up, bro? Like, I just want to, like...
Get in and out.
Yeah. Like, I
Yeah.
don't like school like that, bro. That school's not my little thing, you feel me? Cause over the quarantine, I made like, I have like a group of friends, like you said, like, 2, 3, solid, you know,
Yeah.
friends that are male, and then I have like a one solid ass female friend, you feel me? Like, these are the people that really inspire me to change from like who I am. Like, I was like kind of deep, like eighth grade, ninth, like beginning ninth grade, I was deep into like the streets shit. Like I knew what the hell was going on outside in the streets all the time. So these are the people that like inspire me to be better people, and they inspire me to pull through this type of career. See, with you, it was kind of opposite. But remember, like everything is an inspiration.
Yeah.
That inspired you to keep going harder.
Yeah.
This inspired me to keep going harder. Remember, everything, good or bad, is always an inspiration, Mike. You came this far, ain't no way you're gonna quit. Pull through, bro. You got it. I'm telling you, just like your TikTok video blew up.
Yeah, dude, that shit was whack.
One video. Yo, I have a blown up. I got a video that's blown up on TikTok too. It's
Your
like
Dunkin' Donuts
1.5
shit's
million
fucking
views.
hilarious. The shit's
Yeah,
very
like
dumb.
dude.
I love that you don't hide that. A lot of people like that are artists. Like I know they be bullshitting, like, and they just hide the fact that they have a job. And it's like, shut the fuck up, dog. We either know that you have a job or like you just stop hiding. You know what I mean? Like people be hiding that shit and be pissing me off. Like I fucking work at Red Robin, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck it.
Yeah, you see, I work at Dunkin' Donuts too. That's what I'm saying. I'm a worker as well.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you
And
gotta
I'll do this
hustle.
shit. People know this, but I have a reason to hide myself, bro. I don't want to be managing artists just because, like, oh, I know them and shit. You feel me? That's one of the things that, like, it's hard to, like, deny people out of a deal. Because I know what it means to be at the bottom and, like, nobody helping you. So it's hard for me to, like, but sometimes artists are just not cut enough, bro. They're not cutthroat enough, bro. They're not, they don't go hard enough, bro. What I'm saying is they're sometimes ass.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
not like, oh, it's because they have a different. Trust me, I've explored all type of genres, and in all genres, there's always that one person that goes hard as fuck, regardless what it is: horror, metal, guitar, rock, fucking, I don't even know, violin. But there's always those people that are fucking ass ass shit. You feel me? Those are the type of people. I know they're looking for opportunity. And I will give one, like, there's a artist from Louisiana that hit me up. He's not it at the moment. I'm like watching him closely, see if his shit gets any better, like his craft gets any better before I make my next move.
Who
You know what I'm
is it?
saying?
Who is it? Oh no, you don't have to say. Oh.
It's, shit, I don't even know if I want to say the name because ain't no pressure on your name, bro, but it's a little Swervo.
Yeah, I may
It's
have seen him
him.
around. May
Like,
have seen him around actually.
I've seen him around as well. He pulls through on Audio Mac and whatnot. But
Fuck, I gotta
he's
get
just
into that. I gotta get into that. I gotta get into Audio Mac, dog. Russ be making bread off Audio Mac. Russ makes bread off Audio Mac.
yeah, the thing with me and Audio Mac is like, when I drop shit, Audio Mac gets dropped on Audio Mac. I ain't gotta worry about nothing on Audio Mac. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm focusing on Spotify right now. I'm popping on Spotify.
yeah, that is true. That's fact.
S-
Uh,
So I'm saying
I,
everybody has that one platform where they pop off. Spotify is that for me.
for me, it's a mixture of YouTube, Spotify, because Spotify, like, there's certain playlists because my music's really specific. And my group's music like really aesthetic filled, and so like I have there's certain playlists run by certain accounts that you just got to get on, like and YouTube channels too. Like Funk Cult is one of them, but and they were trying to pull the fast one on me. They had a song made by my music group, and they pitched the song. They pitched the song down so that it wouldn't be automatically claimed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They tried to, and I'm sending the link to that video to identify. So we'll see what happens, Funk Cult. But my homie paid $10 to get on your YouTube, so let's hope that I claim that video. I'm not trying to be mean, but as you said, you gotta be cutthroat every now and then.
Yep. What do you use to claim the videos, Hawk?
Yeah, I do. I use that.
Send me a link to I want to see how it looks. Send me a link to one of the videos that are fully claimed and it pops up and shit.
I just got accepted today, but I'll send you. My homie Nemesis uses it, and I'll send you a link to something Nemesis has claimed because he's a Schema Posse member. He recommended that to me. He's one of my I've interviewed him 3 times, and we're probably gonna do a 4th one soon. So that's my homie, and he's mentored me and mentored someone that's mentored me, and a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit, man. Nemesis. Rick Alameda, you should. I'll say. I hope you listen to the song that he claimed or some shit. But, anyways, yeah. So let's talk about some other shit though. Island Records. That's one of the boldest things I've seen.
Fuck out of here, dog.
I know.
Island Records. Get out of here, dog.
What was it like though?
Dog.
Was it a very quick move to decline that offer?
So it was an email that I actually can't reveal. They're somehow able to pull my social security, date of birth, all of that through BMI. I thought this shit was. I was ready to call, get on the phone with my lawyers and shit. I was like, who the fuck pulling my social security? It's a big deal. So it was no, it was just an A&R. It's oh, give me your phone number. So hop on the phone. It's yeah, I've seen what you did. This single has potential to go this far, whatnot. And I was like, wait, who are you calling from? He's like, oh, so I'm from Island Records, which is a subsidiary of Universal Music Group. I was like, what the fuck, dog? What the fuck, dog? Universal? Okay, for sure. I want to see what you got. And he's like, okay, so, we could get all these playlisting, all these pitchings done, 100%, no strings attached. I just gotta send you, you know what I'm saying? You get paid a lot. Remember, he said a lot. He was like, I'll send you right now. He sent me the contract, $50,000 contract.
Yeah. You don't want UMG to snatch your soul.
Dog, look, some of the things he said, oh, get you verified on this platform, this platform, this platform. And I've been feeding for that Instagram verification, you feel me? So it was tempting, but at the same time, you have to look at the back end of contracts. I do this shit too. He probably didn't know I do this shit too. And I read through the whole contract. Shit was not it, dog. For 50,000, I could run that up in a year and a half. I already ran up you know what I'm saying, couple tens. So it's ain't really none for me to run up 50 bands. What I look like signing a multi-year contract for 50 bands. So that shit was a cool opportunity. It's cool to know that these labels are watching. Because it definitely had some other labels coming through as well. But it's just disrespectful, you feel me? It's just disrespectful to offer 50 bands for some shit like that.
Yeah, but it's good to know that you've reached a lot.
Yeah.
You've reached a lot of individuals, and you're pushing it's NFL management, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
You're pushing that. Royalty. You're pushing your artist, and this is a good interview, bro. I fuck with what we talked about on this, bro.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%.
You got anything you'd like to announce or talk about before you wrap this up?
Hey, dog. My dog Rukan got an album dropping soon, very soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to drop Gangsta Tarantino before the summer ends.
That's a project.
Dog.
Bro, that sounds all right. I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna like that.
Tarantino coming through. It's a whole album debuting through my new deal, admin MP, whatever. They're completely publishing the whole thing. Dropping soon. I'm about to sign a whole artist group from Delray Beach, Florida. Hardest ones in the city. Shit, we about to go. It's up time. 2021, we taking over. It don't matter what it is. Funk, pop, R&B, hip hop, we coming up. Real talk.
9ockin endorses funk right there. That's a headline. I'm playing. Anyways, cause funk, bro, like people gotta take that. Like Freddie Dredd, he took that shit to the next level. But I don't know. We'll talk about that off camera. It was just this shit that I'll be talking about because I'm really vague with my music shit because I just have a lot of shit to say. But I want to focus on the people I'm interviewing. But anyways, thanks for watching or listening to this podcast. And link in the description to his music, social media, and be sure to check that out. Be sure to check out the sponsors in the description. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And goodbye.
Sir.